You know what it is, Hot 87 HipHop Mike in the building for Takeover tonight, and I have a special guest hanging out with me that I think I've been trying to get in touch with since early, like 2018, maybe late 2017. Goes by the name Pierre Bourne.
Yes, sir. We are finally out here.
Welcome, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you.
So I first became familiar with you, through a couple big records started dropping with the Pierre Come Outside drop. Mm-hmm. Is that called drop? Yeah. I don't know nothing about production.
Yeah, tag, drop, whatever you want to call it.
All right. So the Pierre Come Outside tag, and I started following you on the gram and noticed that you be in the studio nonstop, always on Insta Live. I work from midnight to 6 a.m. So I'm always
seeing me up. You be seeing me up. That's
there be
crazy.
Nobody awake at that time.
You see the views go all the way down.
Yup.
And some people are like, man, I'm staying up to watch this shit. And I'm like, all right, I gotta stay up then. Tuned in like a TV show. Like, it's cool.
Nah, it's real talk though, man. You out here doing something that I think is real different as far as the production goes. Yeah. Like, just sound wise, I feel like there's not a lot of producers that have that variation of beats.
Yeah.
And in doing research for today, I go to YouTube, I type in Pierre Bourne, and it must have been 2 million results of like Pierre Bourne type beats.
Yep. That's all. That's literally the music right now. Like, people don't even reach out to me anymore. They might just get someone to make a imitation.
Well,
and it still works. Like, it's crazy, but yeah, it's crazy.
Well, I could argue that I don't think it works. I'm gonna be honest. Why?
I mean, if the shit chart, it worked. Right? I mean, in the business aspect and that kind of, that view. But me personally, I still be like, damn, dog, you could have called me, man. We could have locked in or something. But it's all good. It just shows that they really like what I do.
Yeah,
even if they can't. I not saying that they can't work with me, but we might not.
Well, you're busy as hell too.
They might be busy too.
But regardless, amongst all of those Pierre Bourne type style beats, there was a couple of interviews, and in one of the interviews, you mentioned that beyond just having the solid beats, it's got to be the energy in the room that really makes the song work, and for the artist and the producer to be able to stand out.
Yeah, like I really like when I work with, when I first started, I preferred to be in the studio with the artists and really like pick their brain. See what did they eat today? What did they do that day? Just to see what kind of vibe they're on, because you never know. Every day they might have a different, creative process or how they might want to approach their song. So sometimes it's like hitting the lottery when they pick a song. Pick a beat. So even if just because of what I might have done in the past, or like that doesn't necessarily like solidify a beat getting placed. Like, they still gotta like actually like it,
Yeah, it's got to make sense and be genuine.
I want to be around so I could kind of like not better the chances, but just so I know exactly what to play. Because if I'm just sending beats through email or through text, I don't know what they're going through or what they might want to express today on a song. So like, if I send a bunch of like sad type beats and someone wants some turnt stuff for the club, they're gonna be like, bro, what is this? And then I gotta go and send some more. But if we were actually around in the studio together, it'd be easy to pick through and find what they really want.
Do you ever have artists that hit you up like that and they don't fully understand that perspective, but are just like, I need a beat from you, and for more of, I guess, the clout aspect at this point?
That's usually more of the people who reach out, I guess, because they prefer for me to just send it. They don't want it like, they want something immediately. Like, artists, they get everything, like most, not to talk bad about artists, but we artists are spoiled. We get everything on a plate. So it's kind of hard for them to be like, what? I can't get none of them Pierre beats? But it's really like, no, bro, I want to, or girl, I want to go to the studio with you. I can really either create something from scratch or play something that you really connect with, not something you got to basically settle with in the email. Because if I send 10 or 15, that's it. But if I go through all on my laptop, you can really be like, nah, I like that one. So it kind of like just betters the chance.
I kind of want to pick your brain, because I feel like the way that you approach this is beyond just being a great producer, but you're a very well-rounded person.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to go back to like where this got started and where you
Okay.
kind of created this perspective to even have you approach the game in the way that you have to do what you've done.
Well, see, I like to rap, to be honest. So that's really why I got into music. And my uncle, he was just like, everybody fucking raps. Like, you gotta do something else. Like, you have to do something else. There's no way you can guarantee someone would take you seriously, and because everyone say they rap. So he was like, you gotta figure out how you can get in those studios. And this was after I was producing and stuff a little bit, but I didn't really get any placements yet. But I made beats for like people around in my peers and myself, so I was confident in it going into the situation for engineering. So I was like, if I engineer, I'll be in the studio, and then I could be like, I got some beats. So I was like, that'll work, and it actually did work. So I went to school for engineering in Atlanta, and then they give you Pro Tools and all the things you need for the studio. So I had a portable studio, and then I would intern at certain studios and just try to get paid for each session. And then you better your luck that way once you get in good studios. Because at first, you might be in a whack studio with no traffic of like people that's like famous or anything going on. It might just people who have money to spend on studio time.
Yeah.
So you go through that, then you go through this phase of actually dealing with people that's kind of lit, but they might be like assholes or something.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I don't want to work with you, but that was cool. Like, it was a cool experience. I'm learning the industry. Like, you go through that, then you might find somebody you really click with. And that was, for me, that was Young Nudie.
Okay.
Yeah.
How
So,
did you and Nudie link up? Is it just one of those studio situations?
I was working at a studio. I was engineering at a studio on the east side in Atlanta, and he was part of, like, it wasn't just him recording him yet. I recorded someone else that was part of his camp.
Okay.
So I was already like down to do it because they were paying. Like,
All right.
and they paid right after the session in cash. Like, I
Was he
like,
buzzing at the time, or this is before?
This was
they-
was before even 21 Savage was
Oh, wow.
blew up. Like, cause I was really seeing both of them just turning into fucking superstars. So, but at the time, yeah, it was so early. I didn't even play him beats the first day. Like, I just wanted to record him. I was trying to make some money.
All right.
So when I heard him start rapping, that's when I was like, oh shit. It's like, oh, he hard. Like, hold on. I was like, man, I got some beats, man. We ain't even gotta do this. We doing YouTube beats. I'm sorry. I ain't even gonna play you no more. Like, I got some beats. And then I played him some, and then he did a couple, and then the rest was history.
That's wild. And you just felt the vibe off that, and you was like, this is the kind of beats I'm gonna give you.
Yeah, because at first I was iffy on just giving my beats to whoever in Atlanta, because Atlanta, everybody finesse in Atlanta, so you really got to be on top of your stuff so you don't get got. So I never really would give my beats away. So that was the first time I was like, nah, he's dope. So we can actually make some good music together. It's not even about money. It's just about really making a name for myself. So I was like, we can really do something.
At that point, did you stop charging for the studio time?
See, it wasn't my studio.
Oh, okay.
See, I was just the engineer.
So
I
you
got
were
a
hired
job,
as the engineer.
And that's how we met. Yeah.
That's wild. And back then, I mean, not that it was super long ago, but what was the sound like? Because I know it's evolved quite a bit over the past few
slower.
years. Okay.
The beats probably was just a little slower. I think one day Nudie came in the studio and was like, can you make them faster? And then that's literally the type beats now.
Okay, and then sped it up. And I feel like you paved the way for a lot of those type of beats, like, you know, where the dance challenges and all these things started coming in.
Yeah.
That really began with some of the records that you produced.
Yeah.
Was that your vision ever when creating beats? Like, this needs to be a dance, or?
See, what's funny is, like, I've been making beats since, like, well, definitely around the Crank That era.
Okay.
So I knew how to make all them kind of beats. So it's kind of funny to see, like, challenges and stuff now, because it's still going on. Because back then, it was like the thing. Everybody would make a dance song. Like, that was how you get on. So it's cool to see, like, that's still like a way for people to blow up.
You mentioned your uncle a little earlier on, kind of
Yeah.
pushing you into producing and not just rapping.
Yeah.
How does your uncle feel now that he fully, because the
Oh,
production
man.
took off before the rap? Was he
We-
like, I told you so?
Man, we are on Hot 97 right now. My family from Southside Jamaica, Queens, right down the street from 50 Cent, grandma house. Like, we really from, like, we on Hot 97. He proud. He's very proud. Just really proud and shocked because I really did it. Because he told me early, like, as a little kid. So it's kind of like I'm grown as hell now. So to see me still do it and actually things happen for me is like, wow, okay.
How much time did you spend in Queens as a kid?
Every summer and winter break and every break from school, my mom really didn't want me to go to school here. She just thought it was really dangerous because she grew up in the same neighborhood, and she was in the military with my father. So we moved around down south a lot. But every break from school, shoot, I would skip school sometimes. Like, I could leave. I wouldn't go to school maybe like the first week of school when it started back. I'll still be out here.
Okay.
Like, trying not to go back. Like, just any time I had a break from school, I would be up here. And before I started school, yeah.
What would you be doing up here? Like, when you came here for the summers and stuff, was you like building with the uncle or?
Nah, I can't really talk about it.
Nah, because, you know, I'm gonna be honest. You know why I asked? Because Southside and that particular section of Queens is a little different than I think a lot of other parts of Queens in the sense
for
of
sure.
There's
Like,
still houses. It's not all buildings. It's really like a neighborhood feel.
where my block is, it's still the neighborhood. A lot of people moved away, but like I still, like my childhood friends, I still can walk right across the street and be like, is they home? Are they home? And their mom opened the door like, oh my God, I haven't seen you. Like, it's really like a family, like on the whole block. A couple people moved away, but some people still there going strong. So.
They post it up.
Yeah.
And then when you come around, they're like, let me get some beats.
Nah, it ain't even, see the thing is, like, man, I was so out of touch with some of my friends, like, because just life and things happen. So when I finally got reconnected with them, they didn't even know that I was Pierre. They was like, Jordan? And my real name is Jordan. They was like, why nobody told me that was you? Like, they would have definitely embraced it and definitely been like, yo, man, you know, let me come to one of the shows. Really trying to be a part of it, but they had no clue.
That's wild.
So,
I mean, that's dope, though, to get genuine support.
yeah, and that's why it's cool now, because it's like now that I can come up here more often and chill with them and just chop it up, it's like they're like the last genuine people I got.
Yeah.
As far as from people I grew up with, yeah.
I feel like that's, at least for me, that's the reason I really love this. It's like, it's cool to have all these experiences on your own, but when you have a friend that didn't understand or doesn't even see the stuff that I think, I'm sure you've seen way more, but
I know exactly what you mean.
You know what I mean? Just bringing them around, the looks on their faces when they on a stage.
It's very it just humbles me more, because it's like,
well, it makes the stress worth it.
Yeah, and it just, they might take they can have a different interpretation of certain things. So it's like, they might notice something I don't notice, and I'll be like, damn, you're right. Like, it might just be something real, like that because I be so caught up in my music, I might not be aware of certain things. They might point something out, and I'm like, damn, you're right. And that's why I really appreciate that they know now, because I kind of need them now. Like, you need your family and friend support.
It's a fact.
Yeah.
To be in the place that you're in now, and I could ask you how it feels, but I'm sure it's amazing. But more so, how does it feel to be able to tap into this rap now and be able to kind of explore that avenue? Because I know you've had the itch for a while.
It was hard to get everyone on board, but like me, I love to rap. Like, I can't stop. So it was just hard because I blew up as a producer. So it was just really hard. Like, really just hard to get people to stop viewing me as this and view me as what I want to be viewed as. But I can't fault my blessings, you know?
Nah,
so it was
for
like,
sure.
It was just, like, I watched a lot of Kanye West documentaries and stuff before any of this has happened. So I saw what he went through trying to, like, get people to take his rap music seriously. So I knew it was going to be a hurdle if I blew up as a producer first. So I didn't know what my route would have been, but I tried every every way, engineering, producing, and rapping. But in Atlanta, it worked out for me producing and engineering.
And now to connect the dots with rap,
Yeah.
I mean, you got stuff on the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people know how great you are as a rapper.
And that's
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Like, it's going from, it just gotta give it time, and that's one thing I noticed. I gotta be more patient, but really, I can't, like, I'm very confident in what I'm doing and what I have going on, so I can't let the people that aren't aware like discourage me.
No,
like,
not at all.
So it's just that they aren't aware yet. So you just gotta make them aware. So that's why we're here on Hot 97.
Y'all better be paying attention.
With HipHop Mike. You know what I'm saying?
I won't keep you too much longer, but
That's cool.
drawing inspiration as a producer, is it different trying to draw inspiration as a writer and to actually come together with the raps? Do you even write, or are you tracking yourself? Like,
See,
how does that work?
I record myself and I do write. Sometimes I freestyle because it'd be so fast, like on the go. I might have an idea where I don't have to write it down, but to not forget, I will definitely write down whatever I need. So yeah, but I love to write too. So I don't think I'll ever stop writing. But it's usually just me and shit, my friends in the studio, but they don't ever have to touch any of the equipment. Like, it's just me. I hit record, I'll make the beat, and while I'm making the beat, sometimes before it's finished, I can kind of write a song. So by the time it's done, I could kind of have like a concept already. So by the time I record, it's like I've done everything else hands on, so I kind of have like a idea of how I want to approach my songs. So it's kind of easy.
Do you go to your friends for feedback during this, or do you just keep quiet and watch their reactions?
You know, I did that when I was like 15, 16, and like I played some songs. Like, I did a couple songs, and then I did some like bogus songs, just to see if they'll lie to me.
Alright. You set them up. They was lying to you. Damn.
So I was just like, I'll never. No offense to my friends,
Nah,
but
not at all.
I'll never listen to my friends' opinions on my songs unless they do music themselves, to where I respect what they do as a musician and all of that stuff. If they don't do that, I can't be like really taking their advice. Like, they're a listener. That's it. And it's cool. I'm gonna take it into consideration. Like, if it's trash, let me know.
Yeah.
But one time I made a really bad song, and I seen my friend just lie to me in my face. But we was kids though, and I was just like, "Really, bro? I know it sucks, man. You don't gotta lie to me, man. I did it on purpose," and they still fell for it. So
Nah, sometimes that's how it is though, man. People just, they want to big you up and compliment you, but it's always the best that you could judge the reaction. And when they get to the point where they're comfortable enough to be like, nah, that's trash, get back the fuck in there.
exactly. Like, be honest. Like, you want to see me win, right? Like, don't have me look crazy. Like, a real friend won't have you looking crazy. So
Well said. What do you have coming on the way? What's up?
well, you know, Cardi's still waiting to drop his stuff. I don't know what's going on. His stuff keeps leaking. So a whole lot of red. And some more stuff I can't really necessarily speak on, but it's some good music coming that I produced and worked on. And then also my label, Sauce House, I have my own artists. They're dropping projects too.
That's awesome.
It's about to be a lot more music on the way. It'd be weird when I want to announce certain songs I've worked on, because I don't know if it's really gonna come out. So I don't want to be like, yeah, I got this coming out, because I did that before and the shit never came out.
And then it came out.
And I was like, damn, I jinxed myself.
And
but
then
I really
where
was
is
trying to
it?
help them promote it. But it's like, you never know. They change their mind. They might make some more fire to where they're like, nah, I'm gonna drop this one. So you gotta respect the artist. So I got some shit coming. But
I got two more questions for you.
Okay.
One, as far as Cardi's concerned,
Okay.
I think Cardi is an incredible creative, makes awesome music.
Yeah.
But I also think that as far as lyrically, a lot of times he makes no fucking sense.
And y'all just don't know what he's saying. One,
Am I missing? That's what I want to ask you, because you're there.
I'll be there.
I've never been there.
That man really take his time with them songs. Y'all just don't know what. Sometimes the lyrics are incorrect. Like, even when I turned in my album and I really wrote out the lyrics, for some reason they still were incorrect. So
What do you mean by incorrect?
whoever makes the lyrics, whoever's approving the lyrics need to fix the lyrics.
Oh, gotcha.
Because it makes us look bad. They missing all the bars.
Yeah, I don't think they know how to translate it.
They really be pulling whatever they hear. Because sometimes I look at my lyrics too, and they're pretty audible. So it's like, damn, am I a mumble rapper? Like, what the fuck? Like, damn, I literally gave them the lyrics this time. For T-Lot 4, I really was like, nah, I see how everyone else is going out sad. Everyone thinks they're mumble rappers because no one's lyrics are correct. But that's really how it
wild. Nah, I had to ask. I feel like a lot of people are scared to talk about that, but it's just like...
Man, I don't want to hear none of that because I really be in the studio with him. Like, he real creative. Like, he be saying some clever shit. It's just sometimes, well, his music is for fly niggas. So it's like people who don't get fly and don't really know what he talking about, they gonna think he's just saying anything. But if they know what clothes he talking about, if they know, like, bro, we getting these hoes, we are them guys. So that's the demeanor he won't rap about. Like, come on. Some people, it's hit or miss for some people. Everyone, it's a demographic for every kind of genre of music every artist makes. So sometimes it hits some people and sometimes it don't. Sometimes it hits them later when they, like, just how you say you just found out about the Chrome Hearts. Sometimes it's like that. You might be in the store like, oh shit, this is what they was rapping about.
Yeah, I thought they was talking about Cold Hearts this whole time, like literally. But nah, I mean, I definitely, I gotta listen closer to the lyrics, and I could say this much. I think it goes back to what we said in the beginning of this interview, is just like, even not fully understanding it, the vibe being so genuine, it translates regardless.
Yeah. And that's another thing, is like, something about it is you're gravitating towards something. So maybe we just need to have him sit down and explain his lyrics.
Nah, he needs to get on Genius and type these out for us.
Man, he's not doing that.
I know.
Because I just did it my damn self. I just did the whole album for myself, and we still got some wrong. And I'm confused because we really typed it. Like, we really was like, all right, I said that right here. Okay. Let's just make sure. Like, I'm having people proofread it and everything, just so it's like, it's not what I'm... Like, I don't want no typos. Like, I really tried to clear all the errors, and we still had some errors. So I don't think he's gonna do it.
My last question for you. You mentioned the label. You mentioned you have some artists. You care to shout those artists out so the people watching could go do their research and get familiar?
For sure. We got Fraser Trill. He's in South Carolina right now, or he might be in Atlanta. We got J Bills in South Carolina. We got Shark right here. He's from Queens. And we got Jelly. He's in Atlanta. We got Chavo in Atlanta. And we got Bermudier in Atlanta. For the first artist project, I don't know the exact date, but we're getting everything mixed and stuff right now. So
that's a lot of guys on the roster.
Hey, we got a whole gang.
How do you manage that?
It's lit. Bro, I make 10 beats a day. Like, we gonna be good. Like, even for the people that I have to produce for, that's not my artist. Like, I have tons of beats, so we're good.
I'll see you in the studio.
Yeah, we good. We good.
Yo, Pierre Bourne, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a true pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Make sure y'all keep up with him. Hot 97.
Yes, sir.